Aloha, everyone. This is John, Human Design Hawaii, and in the wake of apparently, the humans gone even more insane than they already were. Um, all of this conspiracy stuff has been hitting me just like left and right, and I was like, and once it penetrates the walls of human design, it's like I have to take a step back and go, okay. Which part of nobody's doing anything here did you guys forget about? Okay, I mean, do I need to do the full review? And apparently, it is true. Okay, um, because the only real conspiracy, I mean, other than the whole thing being an illusion and basically every human on Earth being delusional, well, we'll cross that bridge. But let's deal with the personal here for a second. I mean, the real conspiracy here is that we think that we think. And then we think it matters. And I really want you to get the level of stupidity in this. I mean, basically, anytime your mind thinks it knows better than what's going on out there, and you'll find no argument from me about the stupidity of the human species. There's no argument about the stupidity, but I really want to get that, guys, nobody's doing anything. A lot of people are suffering because they've got all this fear, anxiety, stress, whatever, about whatever, and whether it's this issue or that issue. I have just been absolutely mesmerized by the human's ability to make everything into a problem, and then blame and shame, and everyone's got to have their fucking opinion about whatever, and all I see is I think this equals I want to suffer. I think this equals I am delusional. I've been out here in this pitiless void for over a decade, guys. I mean, I've been doing this trip for over 20 years, but guys, there's nothing here. It's all just a damn dream anyway. No one's doing anything. We're just flying through fucking space. I mean, how seriously exactly are we supposed to take any of that? Okay, so if all of this stuff, interests you, that's one thing. Okay, but guys, I can enjoy some of the little whatever little things here and there. I can't read too much because it just I just can't believe that anybody still thinks it's really it's a difficult place to live. When you let go of mind, it becomes very difficult. So. But just to see all these, this conspiracy, that is like, look, nobody knows more than me. I know nothing. You can march anybody's in here, and I know that I've been accused of oversimplifying all of this. I've been accused of that, but guys, do I even teach human design anymore, or is it just awareness? Well, I'm not sure either. Because I'm really down to it's just the awareness, the passenger, its ability to watch this movie, and the content of same. And understand, anytime your conscious conceptualizing mind thinks anything should be different about anything, anywhere, you have just slipped into your own delusional whatever. Now, is stuff fucked up? Are there nefarious forces? Are there all sorts of idiots doing stupid shit? Of course. Welcome to humans. But to think that anyone is doing anything means that you don't even understand what human design is. Or that anybody has a choice about anything. I mean, that means that you're simply, still operating off this highly reactive, childlike entity that we know as the conscious mind. We know it's under pressure. We call it the personality in human design. We know it goes into distortion because it's pressured. It goes off frequency. It conceptualizes wrong. And then it thinks it knows better. Now look, once it's a witness, yes, it's a passenger and you can see through that lens. But so many people, they think that's really them because that's what their mind says. This is you and you should be doing it. And then plus, let's add these open center pressures and, welcome back to human suffering. Now there's something wrong with you and you've got to fix that, okay? Or there's something wrong with someone else and you need to fix that. But that, the main tool, the main tool in my dojo really is sizing people up really, developmentally, very quickly, if you believe in anything, what's the difference between believing in, what spirituality, religion, science, philosophy? Dude, it's all made of, what's the difference between that and the fucking tooth fairy? That's, dude, it's all made out of the same bullshit belief. In the dream, sure, I can say water appears to run downhill, unless you change the light, by the way. Yes, we can verify in the dream water appears to run downhill, but we can't verify water existence, you, or anything else. And again, there's content. Everything in the known universe, including you, and the illusion that you exist and you're living in your little fear-based, segregated, this is my life. And I'm just trying to help people move to a more integrated, it's just the life, guys. Relax, man. And yes, if if you have a perspective on something and somebody actually gives a shit, okay, great. But understand that, you guys getting ramped up on whatever you think is whoever you think and whatever you think, it's only causing one person to suffer, you. And then by extension, when you have to tell everyone what you think, then you get to, help, build on their fear and help them with their anxieties and so forth. So, I would just say that, those of you that are in human design, that, really remember that nobody's doing anything here. And if you still think that there is any choice and this is nothing to be believed, guys, I really, please, don't turn human design into another belief system. It's just a tool. It's a tool. I didn't even know about this awareness part. Now I can talk about it from 1,000 different angles, okay? But if there's a real conspiracy, it's that the human beings are under the delusion that they think, and they think whatever that is, it actually matters, and we're the most advanced humans on the planet, but we're still killing each other over whose God is fucking right, and everybody's trying to squeeze every penny out of everything, and everyone's in fear. Guys, this is what human design was here to do, free you from this nonsense, okay? So please stay out of it. I don't go anywhere. I don't, I'm just speaking to what shows up on my desk. If I opened a computer and went out there in the world or watched, I hadn't seen news in 30 or 40 years, guys. I don't give a fuck what's happening. I look out the window. What was the weather? Weather? Okay. That you really get that you're flying through space, and that at the end of this, that you really do get to relax, that you're no longer creating your own suffering, you're no longer putting your trip on yourself or on anybody else, you're not making yourself wrong, you're not blaming. And at the end of that, once you finally come to grips with that entity between your ears that's absolutely sure that what I'm saying is wrong and is going to prove it, yeah, well, that's fine. I'm completely used to that. Okay. But once you tear that fucker down, and this is another thing that, it took me about a decade, and I'm seeing that takes me about a year or two now with the people that really engage me in this part of the process. Now, the system and the biological changes and the cellular restructuring, yes. But the tearing down of the edifice mind, the real negation of that entity, it really shouldn't take more than a year or two. I can see that now. I couldn't see it when I had to figure it out for myself. It definitely took quite a bit longer. But the real the real deal here is to get that entity out of the way, because it's the only issues, guys. So, people show up here, they think they've got 10,000 problems. I only see one. This little thing that thinks it's doing something, this conscious entity that literally represents just a few little cells at the front of your neocortex that think it's doing something. Meanwhile, you're just a red ball hurling through fucking space, and you don't even have a clue where that is, okay? You can relax and wake up and enjoy the ride. I mean, this is human design, if I have to explain that, okay? I mean, that's what this is, okay? It's not about it's not about making better, it's not about, there's no addition, it is only subtraction, okay? But there's nothing here, guys. And that's the other thing that's just not going to sell well, is that I know how few people are going to hear me. I'm very clear now that there are very few humans on this planet that are here to deal with me. It's okay. I get it. Because I don't want to deal with the other ones anyway. They're still trying to do something. They're trying to get something. They're trying to figure something out. And in that, they're causing all of their own suffering. Okay? After that, yes, then we're into the verification of the whole damn thing is an illusion. Okay? And if you think your mind is going to argue about this is right or that's right, or this person is doing this well or that person's not, whatever. If you think your mind is going to argue a lot, will have a position on that. Wait until you understand the immensity of the battle you're up against here. To tear down this conscious entity and scratch it and throw so much sand in that gearbox where it will not play your old records of pain, suffering, and what we call the not-self, pain, body, suffering, entity, mind, and what you think is wrong. When you're truly free of that, your passenger is an incredible tool for you to see the world. But until then, it is the instrument of your demise. It's what's pressuring you to think you're supposed to do something, okay? So once you're free of that, sure, now we're into verifying the entire illusion, okay? That the whole damn thing is just an illusion. And again, if you think the conscious entity is going to fight you on the nothing's really wrong and it's all just happening, guys, and be clear. I mean, this is how silly my mind is. My mind's upset that I can't have beliefs. He woke up the other morning, was upset with me. He's like, John, you don't even believe anymore. You can't believe. It was like, what if the rest of the planet's right? Dude, look at the rest of the planet. We are the only species on the planet that thinks it's doing something. You will notice the rest of them are not trying to kill each other. Nature is chaos. It does not care. We are only about 1% away from chimpanzees. Okay? 1.2, 1.3. You think this veneer of civilization is going to hold? If a little flu and shit that's been going on for hundreds of years is going to send everybody into riot mode, oh boy, yeah, no, keep the masses well medicated, feed their minds whatever it needs to keep them suffering. Hopefully they'll just die of anxiety sooner than later. Lightening up the ship wouldn't be bad at this point, but it is what it is. May you live in interesting times, guys, because I'm just giggling. I know the whole damn thing is fucked. How fucked? How fast will it actually destroy itself? I don't know. It'll be amusing to find out. But I do know that I got myself. And that's the real gift of human design, is that even when the real sirens that are saying that there are super, real emergencies are going off. Just the other day, my body said not to worry. I mean, my mind tried to do a little thing for a second, And I'm like, well, it's either a tsunami or lava, and it's just more destruction, whatever. My body did nothing. Okay? I mean, really, guys. So I may, yes, is it Potential I'm crazy? Yes. Is it potential I've forgotten what it's like to be a human? Absolutely. Have I forgotten what it means to care about things and try and pretend anything matters? Yeah, I mean, other than the little entity that gets all bitchy for a second, which, is, again, it's nice to come to aware. I mean, this is my great state of awareness and why I want all my money back from human design. This shit didn't go anywhere, guys. I'm just highly aware of how stupid I am. Okay? I mean, really get it, guys. And I know that whatever my mind thinks is no more useful than what anybody else's thinks, okay? So I don't think, right? It's a horrible habit. And I guess it would be more accurate to say, I have thoughts. I just can't believe in those thoughts or think that they matter any more than anybody else's, okay? I'm in the self-verification and validation of my own life business, guys. And helping people do the same. That's it. And at the end of that is you realizing you're not doing any of this. And the only conspiracy ever was you thought there was a problem. And you made up the whole illusion, then argued with it. And then after that is this shadowy, dream state character we're going to call Maya that's holding the whole illusion together. And if you think that bitch is easy to confront, I mean, what I think it goes, stealing fire from the gods is petty larceny compared to trying to take illusion from Maya or something like that. To penetrate this illusion is not for weak children. I guarantee that. Nor is it what most people are looking for, guys. Most people just want a nice, soft dream state. That's what they want. Soft lights, soft music, soft words. And now I get it, guys. It's a lifestyle. So for those of you that are into the lifestyle, enjoy your lifestyle. Okay? But for those of you that are on the hot and narrow, if you forget and think you're doing something one day or are sure that they're your problems and they need to be dealt with, maybe just consult this for a second. If it gives you a breath of fresh air, I hope so. But yeah, there's only one real conspiracy. We think, then we think there's a problem, then we try to do something about it, and then we suffer. That's the spreadsheet of human suffering. And that is not a personal problem. That is a human problem. And it's apparently the one I get to confront in this life. Aloha. Enjoy.